Next up, we have the Cleveland Browns for their draft grade. Now, so you guys know, I'm a hardcore Cleveland fan. Like, Cleveland's like my top three team in the NFL to really watch and pay attention to. So everything that they did last year was really exciting. I feel like Baker Mayfield should have started out of the gate. I don't know why they thought Tyrod Taylor was the guy at any given point at all. Baker Mayfield came in. I was surprised they took him number one overall. Personally, I had them going like Saquon and then Denzel Ward, something like that. But they took Baker Mayfield, and now it looks great. It looks like an amazing decision. And so you look at their season overall. Once Baker came in, he definitely gave them a breath of fresh air, especially on that big Thursday night game. Everybody's seen it. It was a good game. Then you bring in Jarvis Landry, who's trying to change the culture as well. So you bring in a guys that are pretty much trying to change the whole culture of the Cleveland Browns and what it means to be a Cleveland Brown. And that's really exciting to watch. I wish Joe Thomas could have played like another 3 years, especially with the roster that is assembled currently, because that would have been exciting. Joe Thomas is like my favorite player, one of my favorite players in the NFL, but he's no longer in the NFL, so that's really sucky. But I really wish he could have played 3 more years with the current roster assembled. And you just think about what Baker Mayfield is going to, what that hope he's instilled into Cleveland with Jarvis Landry. Then they go out and go Odell. Like they're having a good offseason. They had a really good season, a good building season last year, and it's only going to get greater in my personal opinion. I'm a true believer in the Cleveland hype. I think the Cleveland hype is real. I think this roster is too true and too solid for it not to at least finish 10-6. So Cleveland's best pick, in my personal opinion, was Greedy Williams. You go get Greedy Williams and you team up with Denzel Ward, and Greedy can be anything like the other past LSU corners have been, then you're set, bro. Like, even if worst case scenario he's Morris Claiborne, hopefully like Jets Morris Claiborne and not Dallas Morris Claiborne. But worst case scenario, if he's that, then you're solid. It's still at the number two corner spot. And so now you go out and you get a guy that was projected first round. He falls all the way to you in the second round after you don't have a first round pick. If you're Cleveland, you're just, at that point, you're just so excited. Like, yes, because you just got a number two corner with, number one value, like with first round corner value. So it's like, that's exciting. Have this guy at number two. And I think that his coverage ability and what he's going to do for a pass rush that is going to be beyond elite this year, what he's going to do on the back end and as far as that coverage of that secondary, it's going to be exciting. And it's going to be scary what this Cleveland defense is going to look like. All because you got Greedy at the number two now. You got Denzel at the one. And you got Myles Garrett coming off the edge. You can't ask for much more at that point. The athleticism and the speed of this defense is about to be off the charts. So now the pick that the Cleveland Browns made that I like the most was Mack Wilson. Now, I've talked about this in numerous videos and past draft grades and things like that. If you guys have seen it, thank you for watching those videos. But if you've seen it, you know what I mean as far as him being a defensive chess piece. I think now that he's a linebacker that can go out in a dime and you don't slack off in coverage at all, I think he definitely, Joe Sherbert is a solid inside linebacker, don't get me wrong, and Christian Kirksey is also a good solid inside linebacker, but Mack Wilson's a way more athletic beast, and I think he's really underrated as far as what he can do as coverage, coming off blitzes and things like that. This guy definitely becomes a defensive chess piece. They can cover tight ends, they can cover running backs, and then can come off the edge as far as a blitzer. So this guy is going to give you so much more versatility on the defensive side of the ball. Once again, making this defense that much more athletic and that much more vicious and scary, just because of what his capability, him alone, what his capability of just doing all those things bottled up into one player. And it's going to be exciting to watch him and move him around and see how they move him around and how they use him, because you can make him look like he's in man and then boom, he's coming off the edge and he's blasting quarterbacks off the edge. Or you can have him in man coverage on a tight end and feel comfortable with his coverage ability and what he's going to be able to do. He's not going to be, I'm not going to say Telvin Smith capable, but definitely I feel like he can definitely approach that Telvin Smith level where he can actually be that much more dangerous of a linebacker. And then on top of that, they got him in the fifth round. What another steal by the Cleveland Browns. It was exciting. Definitely love this piece, and I love this pickup by the Cleveland Browns. The Browns are not playing around, and this guy is just going to be so exciting to watch with that defense and the way it's assembled currently. So with all that being said, I gave him a B, mainly because I didn't know how to look at this draft class, honestly. When you look at everything that this draft class had in it, they got Cedric Redwine was another player that's going to be pretty interesting to watch, honestly. They took him pretty late in the draft, and he's going to be a guy that you're going to go ahead and hopefully he can compete for that safety position, things like that, which they're not hurting at the safety position, but at the same time, he's going to be a guy that can come in and compete at the safety position and maybe start. I don't know. Maybe he just become another defensive chess piece or a special teams player. Who knows? And then the Taki pick in the third round, that didn't make too much sense to me. I don't know if he was just like they wanted a linebacker, so they went out and got a linebacker, but then come around, Mack Wilson's in the fifth, and you're like, oh, Okay, yeah, no, that's we'll take that guy. So maybe they wanted Mac over him. I don't know. So like I just this class was just kind of not all over the place, but it was kind of all over the place, and I really didn't know how to grade it. I feel like a B was the best pick though because you get a starter in Greedy Williams who can actually go out there and be a contributor or contribution to the defense, and be that number two corner that you need next to Denzel Ward. And then you got a guy like Mac Wilson, who I'm really excited for and watch him play. And then you got another guy, Cedric Redwine, that's going to create competition at the safety position. And then I think they got another guard that's also going to create some more competition at the offensive line position. So it's like they got pieces that I think are competition pieces and then also depth players. So I understood a lot of this stuff, but at the same time, I felt like the draft was just kind of there. And they was like, draft here, draft there. It wasn't a strong draft to begin with. So I understood that part, but it was just kind of like they were just kind of picking guys. And these are guys that are probably just going to be depth guys or they guys that they like. So I don't know. They might be creeping into that territory where I'm just like, I need to shut my face and just watch them play. And they might be goats out there. Like there might be some serious players out there on the field. But I'm excited. I like this class overall, but I didn't know how to grade it. So I felt like a B was the best way to go because you still got some capable players in this class. I just didn't know where else to go with it, honestly. I don't know. It was weird. So that's all I have for you Browns fans. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about the draft grade. What do you feel like your team should be graded and things like that? Are there players that I'm just kind of overlooking that are actually a lot better than what is shown? Do you guys feel like you got some steals? I personally feel like you got 2 steals in this class. And just let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm ready to debate football. I'm always excited to debate football. So I'm ready to hear from you guys. And if you guys are not footballologists yet, go subscribe to the YouTube channel so they become a footballologist. And stay safe, football fans.